What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video, and we're going to just talk about something that I see a lot of people say anyways in different UFC 4 videos about, like, you know, there's certain fighters that already you guys think aren't going to be in UFC 4, like Calvin Carter, or however you pronounce his last name. He recently fought, who did he fight? Dan Ige, and you know, everyone wants to see him. He's a beast, and you know, I'm thinking, so what if your favourite fighter is missing from UFC 4? And you got to remember, guys, UFC 3 started off with an alright roster, but we missed some fighters. Since release, they added quite a few, and let's be honest, UFC 3 didn't really act like they gave much of a shit about us with updates and stuff, which is why, you know, we got fighters so late. And I was surprised when going through them and how many fighters we did get late in, like, different content updates and stuff. So we're going to be going through it here just so you guys have a bit of I suppose a bit of rest, a bit of peace, if your favourite fighter is not in UFC 4 initially. Because some of you have mentioned, like, you have, like, Russian fighters that you really like that are now about to make their debut, so you're worried they won't be in the game, but you really want to experience them in UFC 4. But they've obviously said, UFC have obviously, well, EA should I say, have said that they will be doing regular updates after each event. So that's one reason why I don't think you guys need to worry. And we're going to go through on what they actually added into UFC 3, despite it felt like they never really cared that much about us. Unfortunately, I couldn't find content update 1 to 4. Even on the EA Sports site, there wasn't many, so there's only 5 to 11. But we're going to go through them anyways. You know, we're going to go through all these content updates. But remember, in UFC 4, they want to update it more regularly. These fighters, I guarantee you guys, will be in the game. Your favourite fighters, ones you missed, fighters that make debuts that you love, that you may have watched in Cage Warriors, Bellator, wherever it may be. Trust me, guys, they will be making an appearance in the game sooner rather than later. So this is I think it's gonna surprise you all, guys. From when UFC first dropped, content update number 5 is the first one I could find for some reason. Would you believe the 3 fighters that got added in content update number 5 was Mike Perry, Josh Emmett, and Paul Acosta? Those 3 weren't in the game beforehand. I was like searching it all up and looking through it all, and I was like, no way were these fighters not in the game on release, and they weren't. I remember wanting Mike Perry for ages, and it took them so fucking long to add him. 4 updates beforehand, they didn't add him, and then they finally added him. So, you know, with UFC 4, they're going to take it much more serious, I think, and they're going to add these fighters quicker than this. Then go on to number 6. We've got Curtis Blades. I mean, he was, what, the number 4th ranked heavyweight at one point? And he wasn't in the game until content update number 6. And then Ketlin Vieira, she's a women's bantamweight fighter, if you guys are unaware. She was added in content update number 6 as well. So even fighters that don't have this huge growing fan base still get put into the game. If you're worried that, oh, well, my favourite fighter is not very popular, or, you know, they've only made their debut, they've only got 3,000 followers on Twitter, it doesn't matter. I think once they're in the UFC, they're going to get put in. This one is even more surprising. I'm going to keep saying that for everyone. They get more and more surprising. Number 8 and number 9 are the 2 most surprising ones. So content update number 8 was when they added Zabit, would you believe? I can't pronounce his last name. Magomedov. Zabit Magomedov. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right. He was added in content update number 8. All that time after. That was like a year after release, I think. And so was Tui Tuivasa and David Branch. And for David Branch, this is his 2nd stint in the UFC. So the fact he wasn't even in the game then is surprising enough. But so, you know, we can't be disappointed. Even these fighters, I wouldn't say David Branch was wanted on the game by hundreds and thousands of people, but he was in the game. So I feel like the later UFC come out, the more they focused on it. And now UFC 4, they're like, all right, we're not going to add anyone new. They actually haven't added anyone new to UFC 3 in a long time, and I'll get onto the last update they done. And you know, and since then they've said, all right, now we're going to focus on UFC 4, and I think that's what they're going to do. And in content update number 6, the most surprising, but it was also probably the most requested, Sean O'Malley got added in content update number 8, and Israel Adesanya, our current middleweight champion, wasn't added till content update number 9. Yes, he was only in the UFC for a year before winning the title, but still, you think they'd add him sooner, but they didn't. So, you know, and for some reason, Ronda Rousey's stats went up. I'm not sure why. I just wanted to mention that. It was completely random they would do that. Content update number 10 was Mackenzie Dern, a strawweight fighter, and Alexander Hernandez, who talked that shit to Cowboy, then got beaten up badly. Then content update number 11, which was the final one they done long ago, and you will know it's long ago from these names I say. The 4 people they added was Andre Bishop, Isaac Frost, Chael Sonnen, and Dan Severn. That's how long ago the last content update was, or at least the last content update I could find. So please don't go, it wasn't the last one, you're wrong. This is the last content update I could find in my research. And I spent a while researching. I was watching Netflix at the same time, but I was still watching. I was still checking. But as far as I can see, that's it. For a game like UFC 3, where it seemed like important updates that the fans wanted didn't really matter to them. You know, they've done a lot of gameplay updates, which was good. You know, the falling against the cage and stuff, the different kinds of takedowns they added as the game was going along. But it feels like UFC 4 has got all that to begin with. It's starting with all that. So they're just going to be able to focus on record stats and adding new fighters, which I'm very excited for. I can guarantee we'll have new fighters, big updates, stat updates, you know, ranking updates, and, you know, record updates, all within the first month or two. I guarantee it, guys. And I think they'll be consistently adding new fighters who get into the UFC, whether it's through Dana White choosing night contenders, whether it's from their own thing on like looking for a fight, or whether they just get into the UFC and make their debuts. I think after a debut is made, I guarantee, well, 99% sure they will add them into the game. So the point is, guys, like, don't worry if your favourite fighter is not in the game. You know, I'm sure there's a few fighters that won't be in the game that we're like, shit, I really want them in the game. One of the fighters I want in the game, he's never going to be in the game, and that's Benson Henderson. I want him in the game, and that's never going to happen. But, you know, that's just the way it is. But I know Calvin Carter was a big one. Everyone was like, we need him in the game, we need him in the game, we need him in the game. But everyone seems to think he won't be in it. He will be added, guys. I guarantee it. Don't you worry. So yeah, don't stress about it, guys. I think UFC 4 is going to be a fantastic game. That's why I'm making so many videos on it, because I've just got so much on my mind, and I love reading the comments. I literally spend probably an hour each day just reading through comments. Obviously, I'm not able to reply to them all, mainly because I do it on my phone while on the toilet, or I do it on my computer for a bit, like when my girlfriend's in the shower or whatever. But other than that, you know, I check the comments and always have fun talking to you guys about stuff. So yeah, I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace. Sorry for the abrupt cut, guys. But like I was saying, I do check the comments like when I'm on the toilet or when I'm in bed, or, you know, just at my computer. I check the, you know, when I've got some free time, not updating or editing or anything. And that's why I love having these conversations with you guys. That's why I make these kind of videos, because they spark a conversation with everyone, and everyone gets to be involved, and everyone has their own opinion. And that's what's so fantastic about my channel and the viewers I have. And you guys are just awesome. So thank you for the support. And let me know what you think on, you know, fighters that that won't be in UFC 4. Is there anyone who you really want to see at the very start, like Greg Hardy? I really want to see Greg Hardy right off the start. And who else do I want to see? Johnny Walker, obviously, he is in the game. You know, we saw him in the trailer. People like that. Let me know if there's anyone who you see or you love, or you're like, well, they're coming to make their UFC debut soon, but I'm not sure if they'll be in the game. Let me know who you think it is. And, you know, when the full game drops, I'll go through the roster and we can have a full check of who's in the game. So, yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.